Hi boys and girls, my name is Miss Linda. Today I'm going to show you how to have some fun when you're not busy learning your ABCs or numbers. This is called a craft project. There are special materials you will need like scissors with a blunt end on them so you don't hurt yourself, crayons, colored construction paper, ruler, pencil, glue sticks, toilet paper size tubes, and stapler, and maybe a little assistance from a mom and dad, or maybe a brother or sister that's with you today when you try to make your little figures that I'm going to show you. So let's get started. I'm going to make a dog, show you how to make it, but later on I'll make something else for you. So we take a tube, that's a toilet paper size tube that you can also make from a toilet paper tube, or you can have cardstock paper. Cardstock paper is paper like print paper that you get in a printer at school, or maybe you have some at home that maybe your parents or your brothers and sisters use for homework. Well, this cardstock paper is a little bit thicker, and you can roll it up when you cut a certain size piece and make a tube out of it, which I'm going to do for you later on. So I've gathered up a lot of materials here. First, I will start with the tube, okay? The tube that I'm going to start with is a small tube. This is a large tube on this little dog. This is the size of a toilet paper holder tube. Now, I'm going to make a little tube just to demonstrate how you can put together a tube for your project if you don't have the tube that I used, the toilet paper tubes. Now, you can buy these on the internet. They sell them by the pack, and you get a whole bunch of these paper tubes. So I'm going to use the stapler to hold my little paper tube together. And when you make your tube, you might want to put a different color paper on it. If you have it white, you want to use it that way, that's fine. But I'm going to put black on this paper tube because I'm going to use it later for something else. So I'm showing you how to make it. You roll it up, and I'm going to staple the ends again to hold it in place. And then I'm going to fold down the edges because I don't want it to be quite this big. I want the edges to fold down. Now I'm going to put this aside, okay? Now, when I make the little dog, and I've made a couple of dogs I'll show you later, I take a piece of paper, okay? And this paper has pieces of what the dog pieces look like. So what I will do is I will cut these pieces out and use them as a pattern. Your hand can be a pattern if you put it down on a piece of paper and take a pencil and draw all around it. You're making a hand pattern. Well, this pattern is already made up for us. and it will make a little dog. Sometimes you can take construction paper and take the pattern when they're cut out and use those on the construction paper. You can also color the pattern pieces before you cut them out. Now I've already cut some of this little dog pattern out, and this is what they look like when they're cut out. Okay? This is the little tail. This is the back legs of the dog. This is the front legs of the dog. And this is the bone. And I haven't gotten to the face. This is the face and these are the ears. Okay? Now once all that's cut out, if you colored it with a crayon, it might look like this. See this little dog? I've already put it together, and it's a brown tube, and the ears are colored in brown crayon. The little bone is colored yellow, the little tail's colored brown, and the back is colored brown. So once all that is glued up, it can stand up. And that can be your new friend. Now, if you use construction paper, the dog will look a little bit different. But I've already put together a little dog that was made out of construction paper with the same pattern. I like purple, so I made his body purple. But I left the face white because you can see it stands out. But the rest of it is just the same as the other little dog. Now for you today, I'm going to make a little penguin. Now you can take pictures and make a tube, like I made this little one, and put little pictures on it if you want to. You don't have to put animals on it. You can go to a magazine and find a little picture, maybe an animal, or maybe a person, or maybe have a picture that you want to cut out and put it on there, and that'll be a little picture that you can stand. So here's the penguin. Here's a little penguin that I'm going to cut out and put on this tube. So when you use your scissors, you want to make sure that you have small scissors that you can handle, and they have blunt ends so that you don't hurt yourself. That's a safety, so that you don't hurt yourself. I can use large scissors because I have a lot of experience cutting paper, and I know just how to use these big scissors and cut around everything. I cut lots of things. Every day I use scissors to cut something. So I'm very, very careful when I cut with scissors, because these large scissors are really, really sharp. And I have to be careful so that I don't cut myself. So moving right along, I'm getting around all the parts of this nice little penguin, and he's going to join the rest of his family. Penguins follow each other in very, very large groups, like a really gigantic family. They all stay together. And here we are. So you can cut out something like this little penguin or another little animal and then put it on the little tube. And that's what I'm going to do now. I get my glue stick, put my scissors aside here, and Put a nice amount of glue on this little penguin. And we'll paste him right on there on that nice tube. And there we have our little penguin. Now I didn't put any glue on the little arms because the little arms are going to stick out. And there you have a little penguin. And this little penguin is going to join this big penguin over here. So now we have a family. And here comes another little penguin that's part of that family. So when you're having this little project at home, you can have a whole family that you make up. You can make tubes that are tall, medium size, and small. And those little penguins have lots of friends to be with. They got a duck. They have a rooster. That rooster has some pretty colorful feathers on his tail. And we've got the two little dogs. And here's a very colorful little dog with the big dog. Now they already came colored this way. You can find a lot of these little animals on the internet. All you have to do is get a brother or sister, or maybe your mom or dad, and let them look for something that says crafts for young children out of toilet paper tubes. Those keywords. Go to the internet and you'll find lots and lots of crafts you can make with toilet paper tubes. But remember, they don't have to be toilet paper tubes. You can make the tubes. And that's all for now. Bye.